Every year, many K-pop idols go through scandals, and certain scandals are serious enough to get these idols kicked out of their groups. The truth is, some of these scandals are not serious enough to justify someone leaving the group. Maybe because the evidence to incriminate the idols is not enough and it's mostly speculation. There have been some idols that were caught up in rumors that ruined their reputation, such as Woojin of Stray Kids or Wonho of Monster X. These members ended up leaving their respective groups, but luckily they managed to get a second chance. In fact, they re-debuted as soloists and are now fairly successful. But there are other idols that didn't have a second chance yet, and that I honestly hope will get the chance to be on stage again. The first person I want to talk about is Soojin. Bullying rumors were the cause of the scandal. Apparently some former classmates accused her of smoking and bullying other people at her school, and that's when it all started. She was then specifically accused of bullying by an actress who claimed to have been a victim. Soojin she denied the bullying claims and even filed a lawsuit against her accuser. She also admitted to arguing with that person in the past. However, she kept on strongly denying any claim of bullying and violence. Soojin ultimately ended up leaving the group so that the speculation wouldn't have harmed idol. But the truth is that there are so many unanswered questions about this whole situation. If there was some truth to the rumors, then I still think we shouldn't judge someone for things they have done when they were kids. Of course, if she did do something then she should be held accountable. But assuming someone couldn't have possibly changed to become a better person is a wrong mindset. Not to mention, these types of accusations tend to blur the line between arguing and bullying. These are two completely different things. But the way accusers are wording their testimonies makes it seem like a normal altercation between two people was actually something much more serious and violent, which is not always the case. I ultimately believe that Soojin deserves a second chance to be casted by an agency and to re-debut as a soloist. Being a good dancer with a great stage presence, she has always had great potential, and seeing her disappear from the spotlight really feels like such a loss. Another victim of bullying claims was Garam. Just like it happened with Soojin, rumors started spreading and painting Garam like a bully who was responsible of hurting some of her schoolmates in middle school. There was one specific thing that made these rumors seem so believable, and it's the fact that she received a punishment directly from the school and there was a whole violence report containing her name. Many people reasonably started believing these speculations and asked the company to remove her from sserafim. The company initially supported her and denied the claims, but they never provided concrete evidence of her innocence. While the accusers were able to provide supposed proof of her being guilty, this only made people believe Garam was in fact guilty and the requests of her being removed from the lineup didn't stop. In the end she officially left the group on July 20, 2022. It was only after a couple of months that Garam managed to tell her side of the story through a friend, admitting to have had an altercation with a schoolmate who had spread inappropriate pictures of one of Garam's friends. Garam admitted to have confronted that person and to have cursed at them, but she strongly proclaimed her innocence in regards to bullying. She also disclosed the entire school report about the situation, showing what she was saying was true, but still, it was too late. The situation is pretty sad because at the end of the day, Garam did what most of us would do in such a situation. She tried to protect a friend, and yes, she might have said mean things to the person who hurt her friend, but I think this is pretty justifiable. Garam was also super young when this happened and she's still very young now, so I believe she deserves another chance more than anyone else. I wouldn't mind seeing her re-debuting in a group because I honestly really liked her voice and I think she had a pretty good stage presence. Youngmin from AB6 and Chan from Victon both had pretty similar situations happening to them. They were caught drunk driving. Following this, their activities with the group were immediately suspended, and a little after they were officially removed from their respective groups. Now, I do not condone drunk driving in any way. It is extremely irresponsible and it could lead to serious incident and even death. It's not something to take lightly, and I believe they should have taken their time to reflect on their actions, but I don't think someone should lose their career over this. I understand that K-pop idols are celebrities who are seen as role models, and they cannot be doing irresponsible things like driving under the influence, but I don't think they deserve to have their whole careers ripped from them. I believe people can become better individuals if they reflect on their actions, which is what they should have done, but they should have also been given a second chance. Just because they did something irresponsible it doesn't mean they are bad people. It doesn't mean they cannot improve, but apparently, K-pop idols are not human beings, and they can't ever make mistakes. And last but not least, Chuu. This whole situation was really infuriating, because unlike the other instances I mentioned before, Chuu never really did anything. Like she literally did absolutely nothing. There was some tension between her and the company after she filed a lawsuit against them. Apparently she wasn't getting paid for all of her activities, including her extra activities outside of the group. And this is honestly not surprising since BBC has a history of not paying their artists and employees. Ultimately, Chuu ended up winning the lawsuit and BBC took the matter into their own hands, deciding to not only kick her out, but to also publicly defame her reputation. They tried to paint her as a violent person who physically and psychologically abused the staff members, and by doing so, the company tried to shed a bad light on them. But the thing is, so many staff members and brands that Chuu endorsed spoke up about her and they only had nice things to say. It seems like every person that has ever worked with her can confirm she is far from being a violent girl, and that's why I think the false accusations by the company will not taint her reputation too much. I actually believe it's likely she's gonna sign with another agency at any time. There are actually rumors about her already signing with the company, and luckily, I have no doubt she will get to be on stage again. She's such a good vocalist and her personality is so loved everywhere. It would really be a loss for K-pop if she disappeared from the spotlight forever. Well, these were the idols I think would deserve a second chance. I hope one day they might find a new company that will sign them and they'll be able to continue working in the entertainment industry. That is if they still want to do it. But if they wish to disappear from the spotlight, then I think we should be respecting their privacy and stop speculating about their whereabouts too much. Anyway, let me know what you think and tell me if there are other idols that you think should also get a second chance to re-debut. Thanks for watching this video. Bye everyone.